Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get this gorgeous sultry autumn inspired makeup look, which I think is just absolutely stunning. So I'm first going in with the Painterly Paint Pot by MAC and I'm just popping this all over my lid to prepare the lid for the eyeshadows which we're going to be applying. So I'm then taking the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and I'm using the shade Bay and I'm just popping this all over the lid and then just taking a little bit of tape and popping that on the outside of our eyes, and this is going to create a really beautiful dramatic sharp wing. And then taking the shade Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek, and I'm just using this as our first transition colour, and I'm kind of taking it diagonally towards the outside portion of my eye because I really want to create that very dramatic wing shape. And this is just going to create a really nice gradient transition with all the other eyeshadow colours. I'm then taking the Makeup Geek blusher in the shade Summer Fling, and this is just a little bit darker and it's just going to add a little bit more of that gradient effect to the look. I'm then taking the MAC blusher in the shade Devil and I'm applying this on top, really concentrating it more on the outer corner and into the crease, and again this is just going to add depth to those other peachy coloured eyeshadows which we've already popped on the lid. I'm then taking the shade Henna and I'm popping this directly into the crease. And this is going to really start adding a lot more depth and dimension to the eye look and really deepening up and making it look a lot more sunken in and kind of giving it that start of a little bit more of a smoky eye. I'm then taking this beautiful red shade called Manita and I'm just using my finger to press that all over the lid. My finger just allows us to get that really kind of pigmented look. As you can see, it did come off a little bit patchy as I was putting it on, so I just made sure I went over with my finger with lots of layers, and then I blended it out using a blending brush and just made it really seamless with all those other colours which we have put on the eye. I am then just taking it a little bit onto my lower lash line. I'm then taking the shade Cocoa, and again this is going to really help add a lot more definition, so I'm just applying it to the outer corners of my eye and then I'm blending it out again so all the eyeshadows are really seamlessly blended and blown out together and give us that gorgeous like transitional smoky eye, which is just amazing. I'm then taking this gorgeous shade Black Truffle, and again this is going to go just on that very outer portion of the eye. You don't want to bring this too far in. And then I am taking it kind of across the lower part of the tape so that you get that really sharp wing liner look, and then I do take it a little bit onto my lower lash line, and again just making sure it's really blended in with all the other shades because we want them to be seamlessly blended. We don't want any harsh lines. I'm then taking this onto my upper lash line just to add a little bit of definition for when we put on our false lashes. I'm then taking the textured eyeshadow from the top row in the colour Fling and I'm pressing this onto my lid just to create a little bit more dimension and texture on the eye, and it's so shiny and foiled and gorgeous I just couldn't not use this colour. I'm then taking the shade Moon Dust and I'm just going to pop this on my brow bone. It's really shimmery, so I only popped on a tiny bit just to add a little bit of a pop of colour, and then just cleaning away all the excess shadow and in the places I don't want shadow and making sure that it's ready for our face, and then just applying a little bit of the Legendary Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury just to blacken out my lashes before I put on falsies, and then just taking the black radial eyeliner and just lining my waterline. So the false eyelashes I've chosen are the number 47 Red Cherry lashes because these are just really super long and spidery and you can really see them through the smokiness of the eyeshadow. I'm then just taking the Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation in the shade Ivory. And as normal, I'm just dotting this all over my face and then blending it in. I then do go over the top of it with a Real Technique sponge just to give me a really airbrushed finish to the skin. It just looks absolutely stunning. I'm then just taking my NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Canal, I think it's pronounced, and the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade 2. And I'm just mixing those together and then using my Real Technique sponge again just to blend them out and create a really nice sharp crisp line for my liner, and then taking the RCMA No Colour Powder and setting that all in place. Again, using the edge of the sponge to create that really sharp line to make it look more like a winged liner than just eyeshadow. And the RCMA No Colour Powder is just amazing at creating that flawless finish on the underneath of your eye. And then just brushing away the excess of that powder and buffing it into the skin. I am just popping a little bit more on there to act as a guard for the rest of the eyeshadow that we're going to be doing. And then just touching up my eyeliner using that same black radial eyeliner. I'm then just taking the shade Maneater again, and I'm just running this on my lower lash line and blending it into the black liner gradually, and just creating a really smoked out, sexy, blown out lower lash line. I'm then just taking that same black truffle shade and I'm rubbing it into the black liner and bringing it down into that red colour and just helping to create a really nice black gradient effect. And then just buffing away the rest of that No Colour Powder, and I'm popping on a little bit of mascara. I'm then just taking that shade Moon Dust again and I'm just popping it on my inner corner just to make them super bright and really pop. I'm then just taking the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow palette in the fair medium shade, and I'm just taking the contour colour and I'm just popping it on my cheeks and really defining them. I didn't want to go in with anything too crazy colour wise, I wanted to keep it quite simple, so I just took it on my cheeks and on my forehead, temples, a little bit across my nose and down my neck. I'm then taking the Sleek highlighter palette in Precious Metals, and I'm just using this dark colour here, but I actually ended up going over the top of that with Soft and Gentle by MAC because I felt that it was quite dark, and the Soft and Gentle just brought that kind of glow from within candlelight type highlight, which I'm just absolutely obsessed with at the moment. It's like not too stark, it's like just the perfect highlight. I'm then just taking this MAC lipstick in the shade Diva. If any of you watched my autumn lipsticks video, you'll have seen this, that it's one of my favorites, so I really wanted to use it for this look because to me this is just like the epitome of autumn. So that is the end of today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.